Ciao, I'm Enzo.
I'm Celia.
This is a Piazza Talk, our channel about our life in Lucca
And in the Tuscan hills.
Please hit the subscribe button. Grazie.
Today we really are in Piazza. Please support the channel by subscribing. Press the thumbs up. It is free and the easiest way to help us. Thank you. It's really nice to see Italian life returning to normal.
We Italians are gregarious and love to chat and or have a coffee or an aperitivo in Piazza and meet up with our friends.
Which is why we're called Piazza Talk.
Io ho capito. Sì, infatti è una mascherina che una volta che la lascia così a caso.
Piazza Amphitheater is one of the most beautiful piazzas in Italy. It is a Roman amphitheater and all the arches have been filled up with shops and houses.
But you can still clearly see the form of the amphitheatre, the oval shape. And today, for the first time, it's full of people having aperitivo or a cup of coffee. There's often a carousel in a piazza in a town or city in Italy, and these carousels look rather traditional. But in fact, many years ago, when our daughter was small, it was going very, very slowly, and I asked the lady if she could make it go a little bit faster, and she said, I don't know how to use the remote control. So these old-fashioned looking carousels are in fact run like TVs, or controlled like TVs, I should say. And the horses' plumes are made of rather cheap dusters, which somehow adds to their charm. Enzo, why don't we go and get some nettles and make nettle pasta? Bit of foraging.
Fantastic, let's go. Oh Celia, that's all mint around you there, wild mint.
It is all mint.
There's nettle there next door.
It is. Also, I think nettles are now very much encouraged as a plant, and I make a nettle feed for my other plants.
I'm going to pick up some sage and rosemary.
In most restaurants, if you have green pasta, it's made with spinach, I imagine. But we've been foraging and we're going to make ours with nettles.
We are going to make a simple butter sauce with sage, rosemary and lemon zest with a tiny bit of nutmeg. Sort of a great parmigiano on top. The water is boiling. I added a teaspoon of salt and I'm going to put the nettles in the water just under 10 minutes. I prepared some icy water and I'm going to put nettles straight into chili water. With that, keep the beautiful sharp green color. Now I want to get the nettles and I want to squeeze them with my hands. Remove as much water as I can. Now we got to blend the nettles. I'm using this jar here. We got to blend the nettles now. I need to add a tiny bit of water. To make the pasta, we start with the flour. And we use the traditional method that we always already shown in a previous video.
That's the one about making ravioli.
Yes. Now I got a wax lemon and I remove some of the zest, making sure that I don't actually get the paste anyway. Okay, now we put the butter. And I want to add a drop of olive oil. Now the butter is now all melted. And I'm going to add sage, rosemary, not too much, just 2 little twigs, and the lemon zest. And I want to infuse all the essential oils in these 3 ingredients in the butter.
And if you want a cheap supper party or dinner party meal that's impressive, this is pretty good, really.
Fantastic, because I mean, apart from making the pasta, it depends on how fast you are, but the rest is pretty simple.
And you can make it before and put it in the freezer.
Absolutely. Now it's been cooking on low heat for about 5 minutes and we can turn it off. Beautiful color. And because it's just 12 hours, I'm going to put this in the freezer and we can use it for our next pasta, fresh pasta meal. Salt in the pasta water. And now we've got to put the pasta in.
It's very quick, isn't it, to cook?
Yes, I've been, I would say, 5 minutes. While the pasta is cooking, we're going to finish off the sauce. I'm going to add some nutmeg, fresh nutmeg. Now I'm going to remove some of the sage and rosemary.
So the point of all that is to infuse the
Yes.
butter.
We can put it in the salad place for kind of decoration. And now I'm going to add some fresh zest. So the pasta is ready now. Parmigiano Reggiano on top. And a bit more lemon zest.
Well, it's the moment to try it. The sun is suddenly shining and life is looking good.
How is it?
It's so delicious. You can really taste the infusion, and the nettles have a bit of a taste which is unlike when you buy or have green pasta in a restaurant. I think it's a really good dinner party dish. It's very cheap, it's vegetarian and
Nutritious.
yeah, and impressive and fun to do. And you can do it before, except for the sauce, and freeze your dough. So if you want a cheap, impressive dinner party dish, go for this. And it could be completely free if you can find some nettles and get some sage off your balcony or in the garden or somebody else's garden, and rosemary and lemons if they're available, or you just need to buy lemons and spinach and a bit of parmigiano.
I
and
would
a few
start how
eggs.
to get nettles if I could.
Foraging is a way of eating healthily organic very, very cheaply.
Buon appetito.
Thank you.
The recipe is in the description box below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell.